Greetings everyone. You might have seen me here and there in the corridors over these many years, but to those of you who do not know me, let me formally introduce myself. I'm Ayushi Agrawal, the greatest conqueror in history. A conqueror who possessed such tolerance and adaptability that it gained the allegiance of all people. This conqueror is money. Osama bin Laden hated American culture. He hated American religion and American politics. Yet, he was quite fond of American dollars. So, how did money succeed where kings and gods failed? With the rise of cities and civilizations, economies couldn't fall back on barter. Barter system cannot form the basis of a complex economy. Money. It's not just coins and banknotes. Long before the invention of coinage, many cultures prospered using shells and cloths and grains as currency. Modern peasants have often used cigarettes to serve as money. So money is anything that people are willing to use in order to represent the value of other things. So money is not a material reality, it's a psychological construct. But why does it succeed? Why are you willing to flip hamburgers or babysit 3 obnoxious children just to get in exchange a few pieces of colorful paper? This is perhaps its most basic quality. Everyone always wants money because everyone else also always wants money. People are willing to do such things because they trust the figments of their collective imagination. Trust is the raw material from which all types of money are minted. And money is not just any system of mutual trust. It is the most essential, most universal, and most effective system of mutual trust ever devised. This brings me to those most hungry for money, business entities. People easily acknowledge that primitive tribes base their social order by believing in ghosts and spirits and gathering each full moon to dance around the campfire. What we fail to recognize is that our modern institutions function on exactly the same basis. So, let's suppose that I set up a company, and let's name this company as Social Constructs Are Annihilating My Mind Corporation. But for our ease, let's shorten it up to SCAM or Scam Corporation. So, what is Scam Corporation essentially? It manufactures products, but these obviously are not the company. It owns factories and machinery and it employs accountants and secretaries, but all of these together do not compromise the company. If a disaster were to take place and all its employees died and its factories were burned to the ground, even then the company could borrow money, could hire new employees, and still build a new factory. Even if all its shares were sold, even then the company itself would still remain intact. Now, this doesn't mean that the company is immortal. If a judge were to pass an order to dissolve the company today, then all its employees would continue to live. Its factories would remain standing, but the company itself would immediately vanish. So, it seems as if Scam Corporation doesn't really have an essential connection to the physical world. So, does it really exist? Scam Corporation is a part of our collective imagination. It can open a bank account and it can be sued, but it can't be touched. It's not a physical object. It is fiction. Modern lawyers and business people are powerful sorcerers. The only principal difference between them and tribals is that modern lawyers tell far stranger tales. With that, I shall be ending my speech. Thank you.